I didn't ask for this, nor did I plan to feel this way. But over time I developed some seriously strong feelings. She was a sunshine shredding through my darkness. She made me feel whole when I needed it the most, and the feelings I had for her started to crawl under my skin day by day. Back then, she was with some dork who didn't really love her to begin with. She started to be closer and closer to me but still really liked him. There was an intimate tension between us sprouting more and more, and I'm ashamed to say this, but I took the opportunity and went all out. I became her affair partner and the intimacy was great. But she still loved the other dude, and man was I falling hard for her after that. Weeks went by, then months, our little show still ongoing, until she decided to dump him. I was both relieved and stressed about the situation because I really didn't know how to approach her. She was hurt, needed me, but at the same time she had to free herself from an abusive relationship and try to refocus on herself. And the only thing she did to do it back then was to meet as many people as possible to forget him. My mistake was to stay there and say nothing. I've let her talk about all of the men she met and slept with without saying a goddamn word. I should have just walked away, grieved and moved on, but hey, love is blind. I finally overcame my sadness by meeting a super sweet girl who was a bit older than me. Super funny, had a strong heart and was super gorgeous. A girl was my ideal type. Curly red hairs, freckles in her face, she was a tomboy, was always wearing jeans and was working as a welder. She even loved the same music as I did. It was love at first sight. We immediately clicked and got serious fairly quickly. She knew about my best friend and my proximity with her and didn't mind. Another huge mistake I made was to never set any boundaries with my friend during this relationship. She liked my new girlfriend but didn't like the attention I gave her. She had the sensation she lost the attention I had for her and multiplied it by tenfold for my new girlfriend. I brushed it away as mild jealousy, but I guess it was more than that. I'm not proud of all this. She started getting more and more flirty with me when my girlfriend wasn't around, and ultimately, I couldn't resist and slept with her multiple times. I'm pretty much certain my girlfriend knew at some point I cheated on her with my best friend because she one day dumped me out of the blue without any explanation. I was sad, but I deserved it 100%. I thought I had my chances back with my friend, but hey, let's keep this a tradition. She found someone else not long after. At this point in my life, I got physically hurt. I injured myself while working, hitting my neck and my back badly, and had to stop working for a good while, almost 8 years and counting now. I was still in love with my best friend but was too much of a coward to tell her, yet again, because she had found someone new and I didn't want to lose her. I've kind of forgotten about being with her, even more when she married him a year after they started dating. But I couldn't move on. I was so stuck in this self-destructive loop of me being hurt badly, feeling unwanted, crippled, and yet hoping for her to wake up and see how much I loved her that I practically stopped existing at this point. I was there for her when she needed help with her shop, when she felt bad about school or about her relationship, and I was desperate for a bit of attention on my end. I mean, the intimate tension and proximity between us was still there, but I didn't want to take a step this time. I didn't want to ruin a marriage, especially my best friend's relationship. I dug a hole and went silent about it for years. Yesterday I made the biggest mistake of my life. For context, she decided to end her marriage a couple months ago. Her husband was sick and didn't want to help himself. She tried as much as she could to help him out by finding solutions, but nothing stuck. He was abusing meds and drinking to the point of being physically violent. That's when she decided it was enough. I did my job as a friend and tried to support her as much as I could. Calming her anxiety, trying to cheer her up when she felt super sad. She's now living far from home and I can't drive, so I gave her moral support. But no matter how much I asked to meet up, or how much I asked to reconnect with her, she would always say no. She told me she didn't have the time. But she did have the time to go out twice a week and hook up with many random guys, all of whom she told me about. So yesterday I decided I had enough and asked her what we were exactly. I really didn't like the answer she gave me. She was confused about what we were because she had recently met someone she liked to the point of probably being exclusive to him for the time being. I just couldn't anymore. I've been suffering for the past 10 years and I had to add a coat on top of all this. I knew it was already going in this direction and I still stood there like an idiot. I had to do something. So I did what I could do best right now. I chose myself. I thanked her for the good stuff that happened during the last decade, told her I couldn't keep up with this anymore and that I wasn't angry nor disappointed. She had the right to live her life the way she wanted, with who she wanted and at the pace she wanted, but so did I. I wished her the best of luck and completely erased her from my life.